What's up, everybody? It is Lawrence again, and I haven't done too many reviews of Adidas shoes. The main reason being, I honestly haven't been impressed by the line that they've been releasing over and over again. What we constantly see is they just keep adding boosts to legacy models like the Samba, which I do have a review for. They added to the Stan Smith. They keep on adding it to these like random models, and that's all the innovation that they've been doing. And it's obviously not caught on, right? It just Boost itself is, I wouldn't say dead, it's still a very comfortable cushioning system, but it really is at this point. It's not a lifestyle anymore, it's a cushioning system. The three stripes for me just has not, they haven't executed, and I think that kind of changes with this specific model. I think it mixes a lot of things that they were trying to do with the Young 1 and the Young 96, and I do like actually the Young 1 quite a bit, but you know, the Young 96 was a major disappointment if you saw my review of that. And so kind of moving forward, you know, Adidas really needed to, in my opinion, like find something new to do that was a little more, I wouldn't say forward thinking, just like I went to the store and they were still selling the NMD R1. It's as if Nike would have rested on their laurels and constantly sold the Roshi till today. There'd be a major issue, and so I think there's kind of that backlash that we kind of see in the community overall. But today we have a very different sneaker that I really love. When you know, from the moment I put it on to kind of the style and everything else, it just speaks to me. And so today we have the Adidas Ozweego. So what's weird about the Ozweego, and I don't know what they're doing, maybe it's probably because they discontinued it. There was a Rafe Simmons version of the Ozweego that I don't know if it actually looks like this, but it looks like this, and it's very different than what Adidas actually released as their own Ozweego. And the Rafe Simmons version was actually called the Ozweego, so kind of weird. Anyway, so this, in my opinion, is one of the more comfortable shoes, and honestly, one of the more comfortable shoes I put on in a really long time. Let's start with the upper like we always do. So there's really, I'd say like three main materials on the upper. It predominantly has a white upper with mesh. It's got a white mesh. It's pretty breathable. It's not the best breathability, but you can see through it in certain places within the shoe. Then you have a suede that is done throughout over here in a pattern. You also have a 3M hit right below that is actually kind of weaved into the mesh. You also have a fabric that is done back here with a suede panel over here, and then you have like these kind of like nylon three stripes over here, which I really love just because I don't know, there's something about it that makes it really retro with the lime, the blue, and the gray, and I really love the color combination. And then there are 3M hits all throughout the lacing area over here, which I do like, and I just really like the lines of the shoe. It's kind of a dad shoe, but it's a much more sleeker version of it. And then on the very back, you have a kind of, I don't know, it's like a pipe cleaner type thing, but it's a plastic pipe cleaner that runs from the lacing over here into the upper, and then finally into the back over here, and it's finally used as a heel tab, which I thought was actually really cool. For the back though, there's actually not much structure. There's no heel cup here, it just kind of collapses, as you can see. But really cool lifestyle wear. Has obviously blue on the lacing, it has rope style lacing, and the very top of it, I actually really like this a lot. I'm not really sure why I love it, but it has Adidas printed at the very top, done in kind of the prototypical blue and white, which I do love, as you can see. And that's really it. I really love the upper. It's got a combination of all these different things, the elements of it in kind of the contours and the curves and the overlays and underlays. Really sweet. Love the 3M hits. Love the piping. Amazing. Then you go into the midsole. The midsole is a chunkier midsole, but I wouldn't say it's like overly chunky. It kind of looks like a lot of the other dad shoes, but it's done in this kind of vintage eggshell white, which I really like in general. I love that contrast of the shoe. It's done with Adiprene. Adiprene is a technology that is, I don't know, it's been around forever, and Adidas had used it on a lot of their sneakers. I don't know, I definitely had Adiprene on my shoes since, like, I don't know, when I was 10 years old maybe. So it's been around for a while, but I find it a much more comfortable cushioning than a lot of other, I find it as a pretty comfortable cushioning, so I actually like it a lot. It's definitely harder, it's not a flexible or soft feel, but it's not that flexible, but I actually don't love soft soles, and that's why I was never loved the feeling of Boost, but I didn't like wearing Boost for long periods of time. And then finally we have The outsole, which is done in the black, heavy rubber patterns. They're obviously not trying to shed weight on this one. Really comfortable overall, though. I'd say that, you know, from wearing it for a little bit, the grip is pretty good. So what are my overall thoughts on this shoe? I would say it's a phenomenal shoe. If you don't have a pair, I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely wide in the front, which is really, really meaningful for me. I like the fact that I feel like there's room, but it's also snug enough in the upper for me to really feel comfortable, to be honest. Like, it was very different. I actually was wearing a, what was I wearing right before I put these on? I was actually wearing the Joyrides, the Nike Joyrides, and putting these on, the Joyrides are super snug, and these are not super snug, and it was actually really, really great contrast to feel how comfortable these actually were, despite the fact that they are not fueled with the newest technologies. From a sizing perspective, I would just go true to size. They fit perfectly for me, and I think you'll love them. I don't think I have any issues with them, and I plan on rocking these, and I can't wait for new colorways, just because I feel like there's so much you can do with the colors. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Love to hear from you. If you have any other questions about the Ozweego, or if you have any comments about the Ozweego line, and if you have any comments about just Adidas in general, leave them in the comments below. But until next time, this is the Adidas Ozweego.